okay.
Yeah.
So you say not here we.
Yes, I will do that. Yeah, baby, I can't hear. Who
Yeah,
can hear
I'm
if
gonna
we
worry
feel, you know?
now.
Who can hear we feel.
Fool people.
Yeah, step up to position of prime minister. Yeah, call people fool.
Lord have mercy. I read an article our prime minister calling people fool. I never like that at all, but you know, I understand his point of view, but it was kind of funny to hear
What
him.
article? Like what was the basis of the article?
Then I just sent it to you. Could you
It
read
was a
that?
handing over ceremony for that new machine that will test for the IRI Delta. So Jamaica now has its own machine to test for variants of the COVID.
So we're checking for our own variant right now, right? The IRI variant, right?
We can check for different variants locally. I don't know how that is going to help us, because when I consider it, even if we identify a variant here in Jamaica,
what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it?
Right. So what next? Because we're still going to have to call in some people from someplace. I'd love to hear, though, why it was so imperative to spend
40 million.
To spend this money to get this machine, and then what? So we identify that there are two variants in Jamaica. How are we going to treat it? Because I don't see us doing the research necessary within our labs, or I don't know that we're doing the research necessary to then treat with these variants.
It means that we're going to have to come up with a booster after.
Right. That targets it. Right.
So I guess what they must be spending more than that 40 billion. Is it 40 billion? How much is it again?
Million, Leo, not billion.
40 million. It must be costing more than $40 million a week for the machine. For the test, to send the test away. How much it cost us to send the test away to?
I don't know. We send it to Trinidad, and I suppose it take a long time for them to come back. But I haven't heard that they have found any variants, unless they have found variants that they have not shared with the population. Because why would you, if you've been testing for these variants, you don't come up with any, why invest at this time, just at this time, when students still need to get back into school? You still need to be taking the vaccine to locations where people are at. You still need to figure out ways not to make people have to register online.
I am still at a loss as to what is the purpose of the machine. I mean, probably they bought it so that they can have other countries bring their thing and they can create revenue. Maybe they can use it to create revenue. So we might be looking at it from a practical local standpoint, where and maybe maybe.
But we just fool, Leo.
But then in that article, you said we're fool.
Oh God, read it.
Michelle never labeled you and me and Leo as fool.
We're not making this stuff up. We're reading it from the newspaper. Okay, so please read it so that people don't think that we are making them ready. Okay, Dianna.
Yeah.
By the way, we have not started the show yet. Good morning, everyone. It's really great to be here on a Saturday morning with two lovely co-hosts, Michelle Fanger. She's Queen Fanger this morning. Actually, look at the hairstyle. And what you call it? A bonnet? That's bonnet.
I don't even know a bow. I don't know.
A bow. And then when Dianna came on, she was getting ready for you guys, prettying up and all of them things there. So good morning. This is Leo Gilling, and we're here every Saturday morning. We're here on a Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And remember the holy part that shows them what we have going on. So welcome to this Saturday morning, the conversation live with Miss Michelle Fanger and Dianna Davis Smith, alongside Leo Madman.
Talker.
and remember, say Dianna is going to read this article so that she can use the terms that were actually used to describe, us, other people.
Well, published in the Saturday paper, which is today, it says, "Stop listening to fool people. Prime Minister urges unvaccinated." And the article says, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the unvaccinated population continues to burden the country's coffers, effectively limiting government's spend in other areas of national importance. Speaking at Friday's handover of a genome, I would call it that, we spell it GENOME, sequencing machine to the National Influenza Center at the University of the West Indies in St. Andrew. Holness suggested that public amenities in some spaces would be put on hold until the COVID-19 vaccination rate increases. And I have to pause because I don't know what is meant by public amenities in some spaces. What public amenities?
I hope that we find out as you read the rest of the article, because I understood that.
The machine, which was procured at a cost of $40 million through Chase Fund, is to test for new COVID-19 variants locally. Currently, samples taken in Jamaica are sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency in Trinidad and Tobago.
How much that cost? How much that cost? I want the samples.
I perhaps come across it whilst we read the rest of the article.
Okay. All right.
While mutations are commonplace in how viruses spread, the data from the sequencing machine can provide information on which variants are the main drivers that can help determine relevant measures, noted the Health Ministry. Don't come and ask for care package and fight about road and garbage to be collected when from the pool of resources that is paid in taxes, we have to take out almost 10 billion to put aside for COVID response, when we could have easily gotten over that if you were to be wise of your own country, said Holness. So don't expect garbage to be collected. Don't come and ask for care package and fight about road and garbage to be collected.
But that loaded, that's so loaded. It means that, the money should not have been taken out for COVID in the first place. Shouldn't be put aside for COVID. $10 billion.
So they've taken aside $10 billion
for COVID.
For COVID response.
And if people were careful, they wouldn't be taking that money and putting it aside for COVID.
But Leo, I want to take
issue. I'm confused.
Yes.
It is.
To be honest,
it's a very loaded thing. It's a very, very loaded.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Like I would have to read it myself to get it, because it just not make any
absolutely
sense.
Just going from one place to the next, to the next, to the next. I mean,
Yeah, because one not have nothing to do with the other, and
because we bought a machine. I have not seen any economical benefit. No, well, let me not say that. I have not seen the roll up of the cost related to to send the stuff to Trinidad. Maybe it just cost $20,000 I mean, for the past 2 years. If it costs 10 times 40 billion or 100 times 40 million, 40 million, I could see the necessity of buying a machine. But I don't see what the cost is of sending these things to Trinidad. What is the cost, and why are we buying a 40 million machine that's going to get stuck there, especially after COVID? What are we going to do with it? All that stuff. I mean, what?
I don't know. And for me too, is why buy a machine if you have the identified variants in Jamaica? One, based on the prior testings. Have they identified multiplicity of variants in Jamaica based on prior testings done in Trinidad? Or was it that Trinidad was not able to test our things for us, so we don't know?
It has to be a costing. It can't be that you want to identify variant. It can't be that we want to identify variant.
So I only identify the variant. That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're not going to resolve the variant, What the purpose of buying the machine? Are we going to buy another machine to resolve the variant? Are we going to get scientists to come down and create a vaccine that's going to, if we identify an IRI variant, for example?
Well,
Which
did we identify
Which DJ
variants?
coming on?
I don't know any DJ that's coming on. I'm not so sure who this is, but yeah. But go ahead. Are we going to get scientists to come in and make a vaccine to if we identify the IRI, IRI virus? Are we going to get? Are we going to get a scientist to come in and create a booster or a vaccine to take care of IRI? Who's this online? I'm not expecting anybody really. So let's. No, I'm not.
I don't know, but I don't know about I can't even comment on it. It just, to me, it don't make any sense to me. So I guess I'll have to research it more.
Yes.
Because even if it's for, you said if it's just to test the variant, it makes no sense. Like you look at Cuba, where they're developing vaccines and other stuff, and other countries. So they're planning to do, all right, let's first attack, find out if we have it, so we have things in place. I don't know what, maybe we just don't know about that they have a lab doing all these things.
Maybe they do have scientists doing it. Yeah, maybe.
Because sometimes, sometimes we look at things, for instance, we have to look at the cost. All right, you go clean your house, right? To you might look at the cost and say, all right, I'm not gonna pay a maid because it costs money. But then when you look at the time you spend to clean, pack up, and all that stuff, and the amount of time you waste, so just kind of say, all right, it's best to just hire a maid to work X amount of hours. You pay them a salary, and it's worth it. So in this instance now, it's like, is it easier to just send it to be tested overseas than to have the machine?
That's the cost relation that I'm talking about. That's the cost relation I'm talking about. What is the cost of sending it to Trinidad versus the cost of the machine? We've been sending it to Trinidad for the past year and a half. If we're talking 40 million times 100 times, that's $4 billion, and we can buy the machine for 40 million. It's good. I mean, it makes sense. But are we spending 400 billion for testing? If we're spending less than that $40 million, something is, we don't need to buy that machine.
Yeah, and the thing is that we're kind of like the first world. They figure out what's spreading, and if Trinidad is costing too much, you can go in the market and try to find another source. I don't get it. I guess I have to see, like, the person who suggested this or the task force that came up. I would have to talk to them.
No, you're not going to. I'm not going to allow you. Prime Minister, could you help tell her that she's not going to be talking to nobody in the task force? Please.
Well, let me tell you, if the Attorney General wants to speak to them to determine the folly of their action or any just reason, when the Attorney General must speak to them. The Attorney General must speak to them before the Accountant General gets to them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd have to read it. I missed that article.
All right, so let's talk about the relationship now between full people and the genome machine.
Yeah, so how we full now?
Well, the full people don't take the people listening to full people and not taking their vaccines. And because of these people not taking the vaccines, we have the Prime Minister had to buy this $40 million machine to now test for the variants. One, I don't, and it really bothered me because there's such a disconnect. Have we found variants in Jamaica from the testings done in Trinidad? One, is there an increasing finding of these variants? Was Trinidad using some antiquated machine that would not be able to identify the IRI Delta variant, but this new machine can identify it?
Well, you know, as part of our Jamaican culture, we are kind of in this first place type of thing. We love anything that say first place. We are the first to do this and we are the first to do that. So maybe this is one of those, you know, but we wouldn't be the first in the Caribbean, right? But Katrina,
What first we have a machine or
have a
first we
machine,
have
yes.
the Irish variant?
all right. You know,
No, me just be genuinely asking that question because
but me don't know. Me just I say first. Maybe it's one of those things that we're trying to accomplish. First in something, you know, we haven't seen yet. I don't know. But what are the other descriptive names that were out there floating around?
Michelle, heal up the people them online here. Because
Okay. Lisa says, good morning. Diana said, good morning, my favorite folks, Dianna Leo, Michelle, Doc. Please send some of the Jamaican sunwarm. Oh, Doc, please send some of the Jamaican sunwarm water to my neighborhood in Canada. Don Hall said, greetings to the team. Donna said, good morning, guys. Bishop said the machine is not necessary, but maybe they have other plans.
Okay. Thank you, Bishop.
Yeah, we don't
so good
know.
to have Bishop. Bishop, welcome back. We're happy to have you back here.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Donna said guinea pigs. Don Hall, Michelle, you say Leo can't read, or you just find the PM statement incredible. Leo can't read, me just to understand.
Me not read nothing. But when me not read nothing.
Oh yeah, that's Marlon said, in the first place, road and garbage was before no COVID. What he said make no sense.
Okay, all right.
Lorna said, pleasant good morning from North Carolina. Don Hall said, answer may be in who brokered the deal to purchase and who purchased from. You don't know the fished thing. About ID, now COVID-19 is a molecular point of care test system for the detection of patients infected with COVID. Oh, that's what it is? It facilitates qualitative detection to nucleic acid of SARS-CoV-2 virus in COVID-19 suspected patients.
Attorney General, you're going to have to read that again because I don't understand what you said a while ago.
Yeah, it is a lot. Bishop, I guess the machine is to detect COVID in patients already infected. That's what it is.
Right. It determines what type of SARS, stroke, whatever infection them have.
Oh,
but then the next question for me is that, so you find out I have it, then what?
And that's not what I understood though. I understood that it's testing the type of COVID, the type of variant.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought too. The variants coming into the country.
Yeah.
So when you determine that, then what? So when you find out that I have a new variant, what are you going to do?
Right. That's my point. So it's not just to test because they already know how to test for COVID. They know how to test for COVID. They have that down pat. It's now to find out if there is our variants. Yes.
Okay, the variant.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you kind of say? Olivia said, "Good morning, Diana, Michelle, and Leo." Michelle, a previous prime minister changed the term "maid" to helpers. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. He was the best prime minister.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But I'm in the United States right now. Yeah, that's what we call in Jamaica helper. But in the US, they say maid.
They do? Or they say maid service for real. That's true.
Yeah.
We never had a colonial thing going on. That's why, you know, back in the day there was a colonial connotation or implication with the word.
Yeah, we never mean it.
And so they had to.
Okay, VM said, hard to have a conversation when we don't have all the information. That is true because based on the statements he's made, we weren't provided or privy to the information. And that's caused problem because if you're going to make statements like this in the Jamaican newspaper, there are loopholes and people go wonder, where is it coming from? because with him saying that, it doesn't make any sense.
Because we're talking about a genome machine, right?
Yeah.
But then we're here about garbage bin and full
Yeah.
people, right? Garbage and full people. I mean, I say, what's the connection here? We need to hear
Yeah.
about how the car, why is it that we bought it and so
Yes.
forth. Or maybe it's the news that's reporting it and we didn't get the details of what he said.
Yeah, because maybe the chef said like why we went to get this machine, the importance of the machine, what the machine intend to do, and how, you know, to start, like we don't know anything. But then in the cost we out. You cannot withhold information from people and then curse people out. That doesn't make any sense. Provide them with all the information so they can make a decision.
Well, Dianna, go ahead.
As about cheekily to say that it is then consistent with how Jamaicans get treated any which spare, because it's the same withholding of information by the pastor down in Montego Bay that led this cult creation.
Dianna, you can switch conversation. Jesus, peace. Here we are talking sweetly about COVID machine, genome machine, garbage pickup, and then all of a sudden you're gone a pastor. What the hell?
No, but this directly related to the pastor. Did you see what he did when COVID was coming to Jamaica?
When
he told the mass that there's a virus that's coming and they need to go to the ark and they need to pay 100,000 to go into the ark.
Did you see the ark?
The ark, no, the ark is actually the church, they said in the article. So people have the picture of the ark, but it's actually the church.
Oh.
So people went to his church because they thought this virus before, like it just landed in Jamaica. And I guess people really not read the news, as people always say, people don't know what's going on in the world. And they packed up and went to his church to sleep on the floor. And he gave them for food 2 dumplings and mackerel gravy.
Well, that's not a bad thing if you're running a boat.
People slept on the floor and they paid 100,000. Most of them paid 100,000. And it was somebody who had their phone, and somebody said to them, I guess that COVID about all over the world. I remember at that point, it already reached everywhere. Jamaica was one of the last places. And then when she raised an alarm, he told them they could go home. But people sat there for a month.
So what on it? So I see where Dianna is going now. Dianna is talking about misinformation from our leaders to the people, misinformation from Pastor Kevin, whatever, to his congregation. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
And is that where the fool people thing come into?
Yes. I mean, there is the misinformation, and I'm not justifying the use of or categorizing anybody as fool.
No, we're not.
It's not fool. But if you're going to categorize Mr. Kevin as fool, then categorize all the other people who fail to give the proper information or the fulsome information as fool, regardless of what it is. Whether you're talking about COVID vaccines or whatever it is, our road fixing, our garbage thing, categorize all who fail to give the information as fool. Since you're going to label people against that perception or perspective, then label them all fool. I don't speak. Let me tell you something. No, I'm going to change the conversation again, Leo. But this morning when Michelle, read the comment there before we talk before you Leo, you have nobody on YouTube.
Dan Hall said the new terms in some circles is house manager or domestic assistant.
Yeah.
Bishop said, without you get back, the community will not be cleaned up. I get vaccinated. And Bishop is laughing. And Monches said, good day from New York.
Who said that?
Monches
Williams.
Okay, I thought you said
share the link so other people on, because where is Sandra? She don't wake up yet. Nobody don't call Sandra and tell her say she must get up. She must say I clean up.
But But it's
We
just
have some,
crazy.
we have
Me
some
really
people.
hate how they love curse out people, these politicians. Always have cursed people. And people don't know. And if anything is evident, it's based on what happened with that pastor. People in rural areas especially don't know what is going on. And as Dr. Lane said the other day, education, going into the community and explaining to them about the vaccine. You can't, like Node said, I saw an article that said the Prime Minister is doing his tour and there's still no uptake in the vaccine. Actually, the numbers are going down.
Okay, so
people don't understand.
So it means that for people like Kevin O. Smith, am I right? Because the information.
You mean His Excellency?
Yeah. No, Elijah. For people like Kevin O. For people like Kevin O. Smith to gain the attention of so many people that he can create,
a vacuum, like manipulation.
He's actually taking people who he knows don't have enough information, and he can just take them and wrap them around his finger and do whatever he wants to do, because the information from the public administration is not getting to the people, but he can get to them. So he gives them what they want to hear, because the
lack of information.
There's no information the proper information.
Clear information. Because people like, why do I have to take vaccine? Like,
we should take responsibility. Our leaders should take responsibility for persons like Kevin, who's doing the wrong things to the people, knowing that the people not getting the right information. They should take responsibility.
They do, and that's the thing with some of these pastors too, that they use the Bible because they know most people not reading the Bible or reading with understanding, and they take the time to manipulate them, because with the mark of the beast and all that stuff, poor country people go out and look at church now.
Aside from Diane's eye moving, I think she's frozen because no part of her body now move.
No, I'm not frozen yet.
But you are right. The lack of information and the loophole, like people have to figure out. And just one person said to themselves, all right, whatever I think, let me just use that to fill in the hole. Yes. And then people start saying, oh, if you look at social media, when these false information, like sometimes I see them and I'm like, but this don't make no sense. Like
$100,000 for two dumpling, right? How much people go there?
Mackerel gravy.
Let's see. How much people show up? How much people show up?
Well,
over 70 people.
70 times 100,000. That's $7 million, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
70. That's 70.
Leo, do maths today, man.
That's 70. Hi, that's 7 million. You make enough money,
Yeah, but guess what, Leo? They not only pay the 100,000, they had to pay for internet, electricity.
And also, somebody wrote put the one other person that he killed, put him as beneficiary, change him Pickney and her mother, and put him as beneficiary on the life insurance policy, and she did. Ooh. Did you see that? Yes.
Yeah, man. I know other thing that came out.
I hear you. Okay, hear you.
This other thing, I hear me. No.
Yes.
This other thing that came out that's really sad was his guy was in the hospital. I think he wanted a kidney. And the guy, I'm not going to call him His Excellency because he's not my king. And the guy promised the guy the kidney. And the guy was in the hospital. And he told the guy, now is the time to come. And the hospital, I think, staff told him that he can't be checked out because he's so sick. And he checked himself out. I don't know how the process works in Jamaica. And when he was another victim that was killed. So he checked out and ended up dead. So.
Oh my God. The promised land. Take me to the promised land.
Some lack of comments, you might want to.
Yeah, I was going to read them. Ethlyn said, good morning, trios. Marlet said, watching from Edmonton, Albert, Canada.
Oh, that's nice. And
Varnier said,
Ethlyn is in
how cool
Ireland.
it is.
Ethlyn is in Ireland.
okay. Varnier said, all politicians are still under the crown and Pope. All is a plan. Diana said, Leo.
No,
phony
hold on, not
pastor.
all politicians under the crown, because see what Barbados doing? Barbados as at November 30th, but go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Proud of Barbados.
Proud of
Diana
Bobby.
said,
I am proud of Mia Motley. Me love her
Yeah,
bad. Thank you very much. I mean, I put it on record. I respect that woman down to the crown, down to the crown of her foot, on the toenail. Me love her bad. I love her.
All right, I crown our head to the sole of our feet.
Me no business. The crown of the toe.
Listen, that's why you're not
This
gonna have
about
no
the
church,
problem.
you know. You're not gonna have no
Exactly, this is
church.
why
I have
the
to remember, say a crown of head to sole of feet.
No, sir. The crown of her toenail. The toenail of the crown. Okay, all right.
Okay, Diana said, Leo, phony pastor, bring more laughs though, and not trivializing what he did. But religion will be the devastation and destruction of some. Who the hell would fall for him and his nonsense? A man is a terrible thing to waste. Just look so at those who fell for his nonsense. And to be honest, it wasn't, you can't say illiterate people, because most of them were teachers, you know,
Police officers.
and all those people. So Julia said, good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Hope all is well with you. Farvina said, church, government, hospital, media, etc. all have the same boss. Bishop said, everybody fool. Excellency, Parliament, take the people them for fool. It was 144, I think.
Oh, yes, it was 104. Diana, stop it, man. That's 15 million dollars in make this, you know. I need to open a church like that.
Oh, Leo, you're not gonna make no church for, you know, fool.
Monche said, oh my God, that's so crazy and so sad on so many different levels. Let me tell you, people need to unlearn a lot of foolishness. Monche said, big up Barbados. Big up Barbados. Ron Summers said, but the mother of the dead insurance scam lady had been to the church and knew it was a scam and left, but couldn't persuade her own daughter. Wow. Teresa said, good day from New York. Yeah, a lot of people tried to get her to leave the church, even her brother, but she wouldn't. I guess Pastor gave them what they were looking for.
Wow. That's really Michelle, you also sent me something a couple of days ago about Kevin O. Smith. What does it all mean, by the way? I want to call him by his right.
I don't know his name.
Kevin O. Smith. Was he the principal also of Barks Road Primary School?
No. The teacher of the school, a teacher at the school was like his right-hand person.
Oh.
A teacher in Jamaica, that's a Jamaican school?
Barak. Yeah, Barak in
Barks Road Primary happens to be the premier primary school in Montego Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's weird.
Well, then, you know, we can't even blame her or him or whoever it is, because he has seemingly such a winning personality, and we don't know how much she knew of the operation. So she probably was just a face to go out. I'm not attempting to excuse, but I'm just trying to rationalize that. Because she's next in, and she couldn't know all of them, the wicked things that were going. She couldn't.
So you believe that he actually killed that woman to get that insurance money? That's weird. That's a nice catch there.
But can you imagine if 144 people, and if all of them had insurance and all of them signed it over to the church, is more than a nice little catch, Leo.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Not to the church. It's not to the church. It's not to the church. It's to him directly.
He's the beneficiary.
Imagine this man.
There's a direct funding to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something I like movie.
Yeah.
I like it.
Diana says, okay. Bishop says, so because them go school and in a high seat, them still fool. Yeah, that is true. That's what we are saying. Like people also think are just people who are not
Bishop,
educated.
stop calling people them fool. We are actually being sarcastic this morning with the fool word, okay? All right. And
Diana says, Michelle, with all due respect, your profession does not necessarily define how well thinking, intelligent you are. Lots of brain dead folks have a profession. That is true because the education system to me did change where they just teach you to memorize stuff and go through. If you realize a lot of these people, they don't have initiatives. And that's the thing that people are arguing. Like they don't know how to think outside of what the book told them to do. So that's a problem that needs to be corrected. Patricia said, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? Philip said, good morning, guys, from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Patricia said, happy Sabbath, everyone. Many blessings. Ron Samuel said, but his stuff is all over YouTube. How could people not be aware?
well, sometimes, let me tell you this. People practice stuff all the time. Weird stuff all the time. But until it starts in fact impacting people's lives is when, when people start dying is when it becomes known to everybody, and there's a hoopla and a outrage in the community, and then police get involved. But I am sure that he's not the only one practicing these things across Jamaica, because if there are a lot of persons who are not reasoning, they're not using their mental skills to reason out things. They are just doing it because somebody says come, and the person sounds intelligent. And that's those are the people that the Prime Minister calling pseudo intellectuals, right? You're not.
No, the Prime Minister never used no such word there. Where you get?
Look in there again. Come on, he did. Look in there.
Also, he used big word. It's full.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I ask you what the words were. He used 3 words: pseudo intellectuals, fool people, and something else. But remember the other one. Look, read it, and
Okay, a lot of comment coming. VM said, did the Jamaica Prime Minister not say they were going to get rid of the general? I think the Governor General.
Ignorant and stupid people.
Huh?
And they said, happy Sabbath, everyone.
Yes, hold on. Let us back up. Yes, the Jamaican Prime Minister at some long time, not since these 2 last wins, indicated that they were going to get rid of the Governor General, but that has long been forgotten. And Barbados just come. Barbados said, look here. Because I thought it was a long, tedious process.
Like not in my lifetime.
And do you know that Barbados was deeper into colonization than Jamaica? They respect everything about the crown. Most likely, the only thing that Jamaica can say we have is the Governor General and the Privy Council and stuff. Barbados come and say, we don't want none of this. Boom, throw it out. We don't want it. Go. And we still finangling or whatever that word is with the crown. Crazy.
Okay. My comments are going, but somebody said, Lon said, I heard an interview with a past member, and he said that there was some issues with the paperwork, so he could not collect the money.
Well, definitely.
They said it was wrong.
Yeah. The thing is, in order for him, the church could be the beneficiary, but from a life insurance standpoint, he himself has to be a relative, some way taking care of something, to be able to be a beneficiary on there. So,
okay, and Leo is an expert on insurance.
No, don't tell anybody that. This is my opinion.
Leo is the authority.
Authority on it. So don't shy away from it. Patricia said, just tune in. What did I miss? A lot. Gay said, happy Sabbath. We call that book smart. That is true, then book smart, but street dumb. I don't think they used to say the term, like a book smart, but you're street dumb or something like that. Diana said, by the way, folks, out of my comments I get from my Jamaican grandparents who babysat me as a little kid, and I swear by what they say, I bet they are the best cooks. Marla said, thank Leo. Well said. You see, you're an expert.
What me say? What me say? What me say? What me did say? Me no remember.
What
What
you
me
did say.
Em said, the Catholic Church operates the same way. When you become a nun, you sign over everything to the church. About the teacher, this person.
Hold on. Sit down and put up her finger. She says she's a nun.
This is the expert too.
Diana says she's a nun. She's a nun. That's what she's saying, right? That's what you're saying there.
I don't know that I would take kindly to a categorization that the Catholic Church operates in the same way, and then continue by saying when you become a nun. Now, when you become a nun, you are setting aside everything that you have, you leave it to your family. And if you, in your personal capacity, have things on your order requires you to pass it to your order, then that is it. But being a nun is a commitment fully and exclusively to the church and the faith. You can't equate that to a member within the church signing over their insurance policy to the minister at the church. Not the same thing. No, Eslap, you have to take that back.
And then I'm gonna take you on this morning. So what are they? Do you think the Pastor Kevin O, right, misunderstood the Catholic principles?
Pastor Kevin O has nothing to do with Roman Catholic faith or teaching.
Yeah, it's Pentecostal.
He is an abomination. He is a man who has some smarts, perhaps has a conviction to serve God, but he has taken it too far.
Yeah,
he's taken it much too far in deceiving the people who have come to trust him. But the Bible tells us that we are going to see false prophets, and they have existed for time immemorial, and they will exist in all denominations and all faiths. I guess
the Prime Minister should have used the word false prophet there too, not fool people, right?
Yes, I don't know. Perhaps Michelle had said it earlier that, or Julio had said, perhaps it's the journalists who have conveyed this extract that have misrepresented what the Prime Minister has said. Because no well-thinking Prime Minister should label people as fool or ignorant. Though I see it in court, they say ignorant and stupid people. He ought not to be calling the people of this country ignorant and stupid.
That's
it's unacceptable and to say people have bad mind and all those things. That's an unacceptable and juvenile way of treating with things. The press can't all be wrong, because I mean the quote is there. Ignorant and stupid people are at fault. Come on, man.
You need for the better. But VM said about the teacher, that person could be getting haircut. I agree, Michelle. I don't give anyone a pass. Ron Samuel said, but has Barbados gotten rid of the wig yet? I don't know. Marla said the wig that they wear.
Well, talk about the wig. Make us pause on the wig.
Yeah. Don't mess with Diane. Don't mess with Diane this morning. All right.
No, don't mess with me. But this morning, as I was getting ready, I'm putting on my wig. Let me tell you, man, you think it's easy to wear a wig?
It's hot body.
It's easy to wear a wig, you know?
Especially when you're hot.
Tight. It's hot. And then I started to think about all those people who, because of cancer treatment, lose their hair and they have to wear the wig. No, man, it's not easy. Leo, it's not easy. Me say the wig. Anyway.
Hold on. I think that Jamaica, all of the countries that are still using the wig in the courtroom and stuff, they don't, in the tropics, they don't realize that most of the year England cold.
Yes, and the man them head ball.
They don't realize that. Okay, all right.
You know, easy to wear a wig. You know,
go on, Michelle.
If you want to hear all the women that wear a wig every day. No, maybe one other little joke and then Michelle can talk. I remember growing up, would have some teacher who would wear a wig, and sometimes the wig just barely cuts for them.
It cuts.
No, me understand. First, they don't just walk out.
So some people take it off. When you get hot at Jamaica, then take it off.
I've seen teachers with them wig, but upon the side, I catch off the little hair, say, ratted, and nobody know what tell her nothing. Nobody not tell her, say, boy, it lead teacher, it leading. Nobody not tell her. Could you tell your teacher that you wig lead? All right.
Marla said that more churches there Doris said that is correct, Diana. Ethelyn said Kevin is a scammer, study too much psychology. Sandra said, morning, my favorite people, overslept, it's raining. As you know, a combination of rain and being tired, that's what happened. Sorry, love you all. Marla said, everything all about money and power. Ethelyn said, it tight and so uncomfortable. Ethelyn mean the week. But you know what funny? You know what funny? Nothing changed subject about the week. But you know who came out against Kevin? Guess who? The Obia man them.
You might take with them money. You might take with them money. You might make more money than the Obia man them. That's the problem. $100,000 for 2 dumplings. Oh my God! Come on. You know.
But I agree with them. Because they get so much oppression and fight though.
Exactly.
Kevin just has survived bright up in
and
everybody
large. And
all of the police escort figure of function and all of that.
Shut down.
Police escort. What do you mean by police escort? You mean before all of this broke down, you're gonna get escort? Is that right?
It's a big birthday party. The entire Montego Bay shut down for his birthday party. Like he was treated like a king. Like police are escorting limo and in party and then drive through the town and park and then come out. You know, this guy was living his dream.
Nothing wrong with
living his dream. But the Obia man them, the most Obia man them would have do and maybe kill a little chicken and little goat. The human part we outside.
No, they're not killing a goat. No, kill a goat. Uncle chicken, white chicken.
They said the line is drawn right there. How you go do human sacrifice? So if the Obia man can find it or something really wrong.
Yeah. So you know, do you realize that there's something in the vein of all of this, right? It's COVID. It's COVID that caused all of this explosiveness. It's COVID
the garbage truck is here. I have to just go.
Oh. Are you one of those people?
Garbage. All right, let me read some comments.
Yes, please.
Doris said the wig serves as hot. Peter said good morning, laughing. Sandra said, Bestie, you look beautiful and I love it when you are fired up. I love your passion. Odain said, please try to get an interview with him. I would love to hear what his explanation will be. It's so sad to see so many people bewitched and they were all bewitched. He is Simon number 2. Doris said, Kevin said the Obia man them little money. Kevin was living large. Philip said, agree, they are mad. Arlene said, good morning, my people. You know what? I don't think he should get any platform to talk about anything because he has strong followers. Yeah.
Right now, he should be charged for murder, convicted for murder. Okay. He should be convicted for murder.
Yeah, or conspiracy for something. But we'll see what come out of it and how, because you find out that the head of the investigative unit, they had to move him because his wife was a part of the church. And he christened their child.
So deep, man.
In deep. Some don't know how he got, they maybe have to move him to our next country. We prosecute this case. But it's sad, but he shouldn't get any platform. Because you know what they're saying now? His followers, like he's really sent from God, because police shot after him 100 times and not one bullet catch him.
But I bring no Obia into this thing, you know. Don't bring no Obia upon the phone.
They say him a man of God.
No. They would have said, what is the thing him again? That Chicago. There was a policeman, Joe something, and they used to hide bullets. One commissioner. I don't remember my name, but what they call it again? Delarance.
Oh, Delarance. Oh.
Yes. You bring Delarance into this conversation. You are say that Pastor Kevin O deals with Delawrence because police are shoot after him 100 bullets and can't shoot him. That's Delawrence. That's Delawrence. That's Delawrence.
Sorry, I must have missed something. How did Lawrence reach here?
Because
I was saying his followers are saying, because he still has his strong followers, are saying like he's really a man from God himself. Because the police, when they went to the building, shot 100 times and not one bullet touched him.
So Delawrence, that's stronger than Obia. Stronger than Obia. You understand? Sharon says, I'm surprised he's not in jail. In that jail?
In that jail, man.
Oh, okay. I'll be saying because 3 people get killed, he's supposed to be out jail for the rest of his life. All right, sorry.
Yeah, Arlene said, good morning, my peoples. Neil Smith said, manners, everyone. Marla said, well said, guys. Arlene said, mix up and blender. Marla said, one question. Unmute. He is a Jamaican. Neil said, Kevin embezzle money from embezzle. He said embezzle money.
Embezzle. That's right. I'm correct. Embezzle.
Evelyn said, Obianism is from Africa. Yeah. Neil said, just sorry, say him have my last name. How shall I go? Oden said, remember he was in the big ark loading. So the police were on shore shooting. From the police.
Oh, Oden, that one they good. Yes, that one they good. The ark is completely protected by Delawrence and yeah. Thank you very much, Oden. The police couldn't go in the ocean go shoot no bullet. Foolishness.
Delawrence. We heard up growing up frogs appeared in court, etc. Evelyn said a pastor man in South Africa said he was under the same power Kevin is under.
Right.
Lorna said, I love Michelle. She's well read. How the heck she get enough time to read? I remember all these things.
Thank you very much. Michelle is really well read and she's informed on everything, and it amazes me too, which is why she is our Attorney General for the next.
These pastors do very weird things. I was watching a video yesterday of an African pastor, right?
Yes.
And what he was doing, we couldn't understand him tongue. We couldn't understand what he said. But one thing that I was sure of was that he had these women come up to the altar. He lifted their dress and he used something to cut their pubic hair. And talking while, he's cutting their pubic hair and talking to the people in the same way. And then the next one come and cut them pubic. And I'm saying to myself, Jesus Christ, what is this about religion that I am missing?
So he's gathering the hair for what?
We are asking me. I don't understand. Me never understand.
In a spa.
Michelle's supposed to be able to tell us what this was about.
He running a spa.
I see some video of these pastors. I don't know how. One I saw was like they lay down and have the pastor beat them with belts. The sick man just beat them with belts.
This is what is going on.
As they talk about shaving. One video I saw was this pastor actually have the church sister lie down and they show people how they have sex by having sex with this woman in the
Jesus Christ.
And people were like looking and like,
no,
yes,
Michelle.
yes.
No,
that's a good lesson. That's a good lesson. That's a pure good lesson. That's lesson 101.
In church.
Yeah, in church. All of these things happen in front of a congregation.
So let me ask you. No. That's I need to see it. This is one where I'm going to be a very doubtful summer. I have to see it.
I have to.
And two, we want to know.
I have to believe that this is happening in Jamaica too.
His wife.
No.
A church sister.
Congregants.
And
yeah, man. Pass out that bright.
One next time we see. They spit in their face. Like I literally spit in their face.
Listen.
And
I have to agree that these things also happen in Jamaica, because
I think so too.
yeah, we're just not seeing it. I'm saying only if somebody's life become at stake that you're gonna see these things happening. Trust me, but they're happening. I believe that.
No. Thank God me go to church when me go for my church, because you can imagine the first day you turn up at church and pastor go propose something like that. How you just draw your little knife and stab him up, or you just draw your gun and shoot him. Because
Anybody have any experience out there? Anyone of you listeners have any experience in Jamaica that you want to share? Please share it for us. I mean, please. You can call me.
That cannot exist.
Neil says, we won't think human sacrifice not exists. And look, it exists.
Yeah.
So anything possible.
Anything possible.
Neil Smith said he paid them for shoot and miss, man. We don't know, because we find out that the police force.
You can never say.
Sure.
Anything possible.
Hey, Doris said, I forgot my manners. Greetings to you all. Thanks for the comic relief, even with the seriousness of the situation. Love you all. Arlene said, Leo, how you know the difference between all these evil practices?
Oh, I didn't say they were evil. I mean, a pastor teaching somebody how to have sex one-on-one, 101. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's evil. It's a lesson.
That said, Leo, why did they let him know they have pubic hair? Peter laughed of the way. Doris said, Leo, the pastor set the oracles on them. Maybe. Marla said, yes, I see that one.
Okay.
Arlene said, any church I go and the pastor put him hand on me, the church will be flattened. Bishop said, so how people by the blood of Jesus in an end time like this? Diana says, religion attracts so many weirdos. Saw the video where the pastor was sitting on members of the congregation head. Not funny, but I had to laugh. Arlene said, I saw all those videos you guys mentioned.
Yes.
Lloyd said, Leo, good morning. You guys are angry today.
No. We're not angry today. We're not angry. Where was Lord when we were talking about the wig and how it tight and miserable?
Dan giving you her personal experience. Dan giving you a personal experience.
We're not angry. Why is Lord saying that we're angry today? We're not angry. We're talking about matters. We're not angry. Lloyd, why is we're angry?
Lloyd, why are we angry? But then says, we still have real and sincere men of God, but greed has been creeping in. If you can buy a car, buy a bicycle, and ride it to church, don't rip off God's people for a big lifestyle. He controls their mind.
Honestly, I don't think it's creeping in. It's been there. It's been there. It's just that we don't get to see it. It's been there. I mean, even Obia. There was a car in my neighborhood that it was said that person, if you want to go to a particular Obia man, you just go sit down in the car, no driver, no night. I mean, nowadays we all of us have preceded, set the example for carless drivers. All right, back in the 70s, if you want to go to a particular Uber man, you just go sit down in the car and drop your dollar up on the seat at the front seat, and the car just drive off and carry the Uber man. Carless drivers back in the 70s. So these things are happening a long time. It's not creeping.
Yeah, they are. And you know what? So every morning, if you go look at TV early morning, you see this pastor was said he's selling the holy water. You ever see that commercial? Like it's a little packet, like sugar packet with water. I don't know where he get this water from. But if you send $10,000, he will send you that thing of water. Or I think
from Jamaica.
In Jamaica, no, man, in the US. But I think he visited Jamaica too. Other pastors have visited with this foolishness. But you know how many people come on the show, which I know they're actors, that said, I bought the water and I got a house. I bought the water and I got $100,000. And people like, oh yeah, and he has private jets, multiple homes, off of this water that people are believing that they will become rich and have all this wealth from these actors. that are there.
What was the promise that Kevin O made to the people again? What was the promise again that was there a promise that he made to the people why they came? Is it because COVID had come? COVID had come and it'll eat them up or something?
He would have been there before, so he would have made other promises. It's probably just the word. And probably he might have started out really teaching the word, you know.
But he gave them they gave him $100,000 for what? What was the promise for the 100,000?
The hack.
To protect them from this evil virus so I come to wipe out the world.
That's nice. Oh my
God.
God.
Already wipe out the world.
$100,000, somebody take $100,000 to go on the ark.
Go beg and borrow. And if their little neighbor want little food, they can give to them. Anywho, more comments. Oden said, we still have real and since. Oh, yeah, I read that. Arlene said, Leo, you said Dealerance is stronger than Obia.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be stronger than Obia.
Marlon said,
Leo, you're really treading on the Oberman domain now. You know, I think you should make the Oberman come and tell us, you know, which is stronger and what the differences are. And the Delarance
the Delarance is with for people, richer people, people who have money. There was a listen. Anybody can remember me? Listen, there was a police commissioner back in the 70s. I don't remember his name. I thought his name was Joe something like that. But him was hiding bullets from gunmen back in the 70s. And no matter how much you shoot at him, you'll miss. During the time with Kopi Dopi and thing, but I don't remember his name. Somebody's supposed to can remember his name. Remember me, please. Remember me.
And then what?
People tell Leo who it was.
Yeah,
Marlon
there was a commissioner, yes.
Marlon said, well,
so he was a Delarance practitioner, is what
yes, he was a Delarance practitioner, yes. That's what they say.
Marlon said, well, COVID let a lot of things come to light and more is yet to come. I love you guys. Patricia said, you guys are hilarious. My daughter keep asking, what are they talking about? I can't keep up, so I just said, we don't know.
Jessica, good morning.
Marlon said, Arlene said, Marlon Brown, is this who I am thinking? Doris said, we had the Black Heart man in the 60s.
Yeah, but that was, yes, we had the Black Heart man too, but this man was, they said he was, sure. Okay. Let me go look.
Millicent Elias said, prosperity.
Leo, you need to read the people that comment on YouTube. Sorry.
I'm reading.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Millicent said, prosperity teaching manifested. Mr. Smith took, asked, and it shall be given to another level. God help us. Sandra said, Bessie, I thought it was your passion. It's the weak squeeze in your head. Hush. You said in the days of social media is enlightening us. Lorna said, Leo start talk crazy now. How the car drive to the ocean, man, without a driver?
Hey, listen.
Car drive, no.
There are a lot of cars driving these days without drivers. So we were just far ahead of our time. That's all.
Ahead of our time. Doris said, yes, Michelle, I have seen that advertisement about the holy water. Neil said, if you watch BET, you will see that infomercial about holy water foolishness. Odin said, some of our news media need to shut down because they have been promoting Obia and cult in Jamaica. What is the palm reading? Well, I see it being advertised on our local television station. Marla said, why did you say that? Diana said,
before you go, the matter of the palm reading, I find it as double standard, but I suppose Jamaica is just full of that. Because the palm readers can advertise at length for all of these things, and they're typically Indian folks who are advertising. But I have not seen one ad from an Obia man in Jamaica, something that is traditional and our culture. Not one.
But Obia illegal. No, Obia is illegal on the books.
But what is the palm reading man doing that is different from the Obia man?
They're not having anything.
Reading the palm.
Something
that is going to happen in the future. Him promising you something. Him going to save you from something just like the palm reader man.
Okay, you have to think about this. Obia come from Africa, and it's a part of the slave trade coming here, right? So it's bad. And the whites the colonists or the people who colonize Jamaica say it bad and them no want it, so they make a law that is still sitting on the books to this day. That's why Oberman have to be doing them thing under closed doors, and that's why you can't go in a car with a driver. We have a car with drivers because somebody can, you know what I mean?
So Leo,
Yeah.
are you suggesting then that if I'm an Ober practitioner, I need to change my sign from Ober to say palm reader?
Yeah. And then you're all right.
Oh, Ober workers out there on
Yes.
practitioners,
Yes.
just change the categorization
Palm
and
reading.
become something else, and
Yeah.
you can advertise for.
It's just like when you go to in America, some place you go for massage, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get what the heavenly thing what they call name at the end.
Oh, the guy from remember the guy from the NFL team?
Eh.
Golden, what is it called?
No. Don't go there. So there is when you go for sometimes you go for a massage. Help me on the people. Want to use the term for me because me don't remember it.
What
And,
is her?
and at the end of the massage, you get something, but I don't remember what it name. Please help me here.
Well, describe it for us so people can know what it is.
Me?
Describe it.
No, sir, they will know what I'm talking about. They will know exactly what I'm talking about. You live in heaven, okay? But I don't remember what the term they use. All right, so somebody
Okay, Diana said, what is deliverance and why is it stronger than food? Then ask your grandmother, ask your
Cause
grandfather.
say happy ending.
happy ending. There you go. Thank you very much. So it's like you go for a massage and then you come out with a happy ending. So you know, advertise as a palm reader and come out with your stuff. Yeah.
Okay, Oberman, listen, it's time you pivot.
Yes.
Pivot. You know what it is?
Just the advertisement.
Okay,
Just the
pivot again.
advertisement. Yeah. There you go.
Pivot. So they need to reinvent themselves.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Reinvent them advertisement and then do the practices
You know,
when you get there.
So what
They
is
really
happy
kinda
ending
stretch.
though? What is happy ending?
Many people
I
tell
go
you.
for massage and I go for my therapist, but I just what
People
happened?
want to end there for me, please. I don't end there.
No,
Because me,
no, Leo, leave Dr. Diana with her innocent of it. It's just a
No.
massage. It's just a massage. That's all you do.
Yeah.
It's just a
You go
massage.
to the I go, I do my
Don't
body
go,
polish, I do a
don't
body
go.
scrub, I do everything.
Yeah, but
But nobody
don't
ever
go
said
and
anything
ask for
about
that.
my ending.
Don't go and ask for that. Okay? Just ask.
The next time I go ask them what it is.
happy ending.
But then lock you up. It could be a sting operation and then come lock you up. Don't ask.
Oh.
Okay. Got it.
Can somebody explain it for her?
No, got it. Michelle, you see my attorney general? She says sting operation. I get it. I get it.
And he said,
Who used the term? Who used the term, Diana? Who used the term?
Nobody never use it. Me no know what you're talking about.
Where you get the word up in? Where you get the phrase up in?
Leave it alone. Michelle, go on with where I read it here.
and he
You
said
know?
he made these promises because he was told Jamaican people are gullible when it comes to religion and get rich schemes. Lorna said,
Are
I would
Jamaican
not
people
be.
gullible when it comes to religion? I don't think that we're any more gullible than the rest of the world. Because
Yeah, that's
if you
true.
tell me in America, people selling little sachet of pipe water as water.
And
people
the
think
scammers,
like-
the scammers will get
Millionaire.
$100,000 out of the people in pocket.
Exactly.
scammers.
And the people who down in
America,
Africa.
and then the Jamaicans, them a scam. American,
It's
them a
not
scam.
just Jamaican, it's people
Yeah.
generally, but I mean, we probably hear passionate about it because we're Jamaicans. We don't want to see this kind of thing happening to our people.
Yeah, and Lorna says, I would not be caught by Kevin Smith. I know that the next time it is going to be fire, so the ark would not save us. That is true. Lloyd say, young lady, my angry comment is just a figure of speech. It's not expressed in a literal sense. And we have a right to be angry for all the foolishness that is going on in the world. Okay, young lady?
Okay, Lloyd. All right, Lloyd. Gotcha.
Arlene says, yeah, I got it cut off goat head in Jamaica house. So they embrace the craziness. And
But it,
just to
oh
add,
really?
I didn't know that, but just to add to
What
that
about cooking
though, the
manish
last
water?
election, yeah, the last election though, did you see that there was a video of Wholeness and a few others at a sensei, what you call it?
Oh yeah, he went to
Oh,
St. Thomas. He went to St. Thomas go
yeah,
get
and
oil
they
down.
were
Oil
praying and so, and
down. Oil down. Oil,
even
oil
have a
down.
video.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went to a
Really?
palm. He went to a palm reader.
yes, so funny
Wasn't it
enough
just
that
them we say it's illegal?
it is exactly, so it's conflicting, like why
No,
it's
no, 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 no.
okay
It was a church. It's a church that he went to. But it
church
was,
over there,
it was,
and they
it was,
run round and they white same way like a Kevin.
yes,
So it's
yeah. It was,
like Capo being at Jamaica House for Eddie.
yeah, I think they, yes, I think the media even stated that Eddie went to that church too. That was his
Yeah.
his
Oh,
ritual.
really?
Yes, it was his ritual.
But you
it's
must tell me the
okay
church
for them.
address.
No,
Bishop
no.
said Obia is older than the slave trade. Oh, Sharon
Yes.
said happy ending. Carson said happy ending. Neil said Jamaica still have laws on the book that needs to be changed, and that's changed. And as Jamaican voters have to demand the change. That is true.
Michelle, why you just run over the happy ending reading so? What did you
I
do?
go through it.
You just run over it like run over it, happy ending and then run into the other conversation without even giving the explanation. What the person said?
Happy ending. That's all them said.
They were telling you what the word. What
Okay. Thank you.
Doris said.
Why you
Doris
just
said,
stuck
I
on this happy
remember.
ending?
It's a little bit stuck on it. Leo. Doris said, I remember dealer was the protector. People used to send their money to Chicago to get a protection.
Thank you so much, my love. Thank you for that comment. Yes.
Yeah. Neil said, as Miss Clear used to say, call me now.
Yeah, call me now. Cleo said, call me now.
Francis said, Leo, this is what they get at the end of a massage.
What?
The happy ending.
Oh, I know. I know me you're supposed to teach that. I'm supposed to teach that.
Yeah, Peter said, a lot of the massage places are brothels, but they advertise as massage parlors.
Yeah.
Philip said, remember Miss Cleo? Doris said, that's right, Michelle. The Ovia man, them need to pivot. Yeah, man. All right, okay. Gay said, happy ending, orgasm. Lorna said, Dianna, just take happy ending in the bedroom, not at the massage. You
Thank you, my dear friend Lorna, to the rescue. I hope she attend our garden because she may see her reap all kind of vegetable matter. I hope she have vegetable down her yard.
All right. So
Arlene says, Obia is not real. When I worked at Maypen Clinic, one of the most talk about Obia woman in Clarendon came to see the doctor at the clinic. Still, people go to her for healing.
No, Arlene mean to say Obia not real. Obia still real. It's real for some people. It's not real for the practitioner. She have to seek higher science. But Arlene.
Oh my God.
So here is our proposal from the show. Is that what you're saying? Our proposal from the show is to get all Obia practitioners to change the name of their business so that they can advertise their business, right? So,
Yes.
palm reading. Change the name of your business to
whatever it is.
If you're practicing it, or something like that.
Healing.
Yeah.
Or like everything. What you call it when people not eat organic stuff? What they call it? Like if you don't really want to go to the traditional therapist or traditional doctor, what they call it?
Herbalist.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can go and register their business, their in-home business, register it down at Port Maria or Montego Bay, and you have a legitimate palm reading business or a spiritual reading business or what Michelle just said a while ago, right? And then nobody can touch you. Nobody can touch you. You can't have as much carless driverless cars come to your house.
Alexander said, is Dianna Smith a relative of Kevin Smith?
Which Dianna Smith? Look at Alexander. Check for yourself.
I think we have the wrong person on the show. Hmm.
Well, I'm going to check. The truth is, I'm going to check. But note that my name is Davis. I borrowed the name Smith. I just touch it on at the end. I am Dianna Davis. I borrowed the other part of the name. But I'm going to check to see if it's related to anybody I know, because I'd really love to hear what he was thinking.
Oh, I know him back. Yeah, but I want to know his backstory.
Hey, listen, get him on the show, Miss Smith, Mrs. Dianna Smith.
No,
Get him on the show.
You don't know about that, but I want to know what he's thinking.
Gay said, please, sir, can't believe all Abraham is the same as palm reading. Arlene said, meaning are you classmate? Oh, I guess Arlene and Marlette making a connection. Gay said, you can't believe the old Obia woman is the same as a palm reader.
Who's making that connection? Arlene Jackson? No.
Marlette. Marlette Brown.
Which school Marlette Brown went to? Because Arlene went to Clarendon College, I think.
Is it Arlene or Alreen?
Arlene Jackson. She went
Arlene
to
Jackson.
College. Marlette Brown, did it go CC too?
Okay. Okay, Lorna said there is a politician in Jamaica that want to make. Okay, why did my thing disappear?
What am I hearing? What I'm hearing?
Who wants to make Obia legal?
Oh, sorry.
And then
it
says it's called holistic healing.
Holistic
and
healing.
Alexander is laughing because I tell him to take for himself. Bishop says it is done, palm reading, that is, in many drugstores across Switzerland. Yes.
Oh.
Return again, Mish.
You know, it's like you go to Germany, some part of Germany. Remind me of where you know, it is, what's his name is legal. It's some midnight district, where they call it in Germany, where prostitute business is legal.
Netherlands.
You know, it's legal.
Holland.
Yeah, and it's legal in Vegas, where girls stand up in front, on the back of the truck, and on glass case, and they're naked. You know, those things. Yeah, legal.
And there's another place too, Leo, and I don't remember, somewhere out in Europe, where they actually have these vans, and in it is a bed and things, so the people them can go. There's a bathroom and there's a bed in there, and they conduct their business and
they teach them thing. Them teach you sex 101.
Yeah, but then they teach them in church in front of the whole congregation. That's
right. I would like to find that pastor though. The one where teach sex 101. I'd like to find him. Anybody can help me?
No, we can't help you with that. Bishop,
I hope that Michelle thinks we are here or not.
You muted, you know.
I hope Michelle don't think we are here or at all.
So you need to read from Lloyd Grant.
Yeah. Kian said, good morning, everyone just joining. Julia said, Diana, my mom.
Where that person joining from at this hour of the morning?
Where are you joining from, Kian?
And why them just waking up?
Yeah, Diana said, my mother's name is David from, I guess you mean Davis from Clarendon.
Yes, I'm from Clarendon, Davis. Tell me a little bit more. My father is from
Clarendon. You know, I hear about Davis this time of morning. It's too early. It's too early.
Arlene said, there's a lot of spiritual leaders popping up on the island. Julia said, I wonder, is there any relation? Doris said, I'm hearing another conversation in the background, guys.
Yeah, I did hear it too. I cut it off.
Sorry, I turned it off. I had a training session running. I turned it
off. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in a training today. See, I'm so dedicated and committed. Philip said, Amsterdam. That's it.
Yeah. Amsterdam. Thank you so much, Philip. Philip, know the thing, you know.
Amsterdam, no Holland. Look for me tell you Holland. You tell Philip, thanks. Look for me tell you Holland.
Gay said, have any of you ever been to a known Obia man? Have you ever seen the sacrificial procedure? No, tell us more, Gay. I don't know, maybe Leo.
Hey, would you like to come on the show and help Diana, because
I never been to one. My grandmother said devil worshiping, so
well, Diana needs some help.
I've never. I mean, and it's not too late. If somebody want to recommend one, I will happily go for the experience.
No.
I am game like that.
No.
What do you mean by no?
Then everybody, then the prime minister no go get rubbed on an aisle.
Exactly.
If I hear
want to turn prime minister too. She want to become.
I need the rub down on the high.
You ever hear your mother say, if you see a friend jump off a bridge, you go jump too? Because
I didn't
prime
jump off a bridge.
minister,
He
it's
must still
okay.
prime minister. He must still prime minister.
Bridge. It seems to be a ritual for the
It's
prime
okay
minister.
because he does it. And you're supposed to know better too. Or then say, Kevin said, everybody want a, yeah, me see the video. Everybody want a touch off of me. Everybody want me. He did a video saying that. He was preaching that in his church.
Oh, is
Lord
that...
Almighty, the boss said everybody want to feel off of him. Yeah, he said it, and he was like, pull up, selector. And the congregation went wild.
Oh, God.
He said, yes, that man to me was just mocking those people. Like he just was getting away with it. Arlene said, well, yes, there was. I think so. You don't think so?
But let me tell you something about what I think about life these days. Once upon a time, when we approach things, we used to have a personal approach to things. Everything that we do these days is transactional. Even your surgeon in the surgery room, your doctor, it's all transactional. It's no longer, I really care about this patient, so let me make sure, if the patient is feeling pain, let me, I'm feeling pain too, that kind of thing. No, it is where it's like going down the street and buying a balloon. After you buy the balloon and it busts, go and buy another one. Pretty much this is the same way nursing, pastoring, everything is transactional. So, someone who is an atheist can see money, financial rewards in becoming a pastor, and just go be a pastor and make it transactional. There's no more, relationships. Same thing. People are having transactional relationships nowadays. Everything is transactional. So Overman, transactional. Everything is transactional. So it's no longer this personal touch thing anymore. Diana, Michelle.
Okay.
My dog a bark, so I have to turn down, I have to mute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so funny, and that is why I like when my pastors, I guess I'm old-fashioned, repeat suit, wear the same old shoes, drive on like an old car. Come in, genuinely doing it for the people. That's me. That's just me. The flashy one, them want change suit and they brag about suit and car. To me, you cannot be, any message you're delivering is just not for me. It's just not for me. So I guess different strokes for different folks. That's why I guess I'm stuck with my religion. Because that's what I don't like the flash. I don't like all this DJing in church. That's not for me. I like the old school religion. That's for me.
Well, I don't have a problem with DJing in church. It's a different culture. So we have to.
Yeah, that's it for me. Some people love it.
Then
they love dancing.
Me said the dog a bark too loud.
Oh, but make him bark. I think people will enjoy the barking. Is a difference in the become a part of the conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. A lot of comments. People are engaging.
Come on, man. Tell them.
Bishop said Amsterdam. Gay said I have, but long time past. Arlene said no, Diana.
Oh,
Marlon said one thing. Yeah, no, you know. Marlon said one thing, you're amazing. Lloyd said, Arlene, I'm just waking up and I'm in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Don Hall said, for a long time, many of the most...
Stone Mountain, Georgia, and just waking up. It's what time I'm going to bed. Them don't have no curfew. You know, me have to go my yard from 8 o'clock every day that Jesus sent down here. And on a Sunday, I'm not supposed to go nowhere. And them their street till late hours. No, man.
What Don Hall say? Don Hall
said, for a long time, many of the most influential leaders in Jamaica take Jamaica people for Papi Show. Bishop said, so Leo, it is so transactional. How many are rich?
Yeah, you need to, you have to, okay, so that means you're not practicing the transactional way. You need it to become transactional. Whatever you're doing, you need it to be transactional because it's money. It's fun.
But most people are in it for the money. So that's something I like those pastors. They're not in it. You see the genuine care for their community and such.
Yes.
I could tell. I could tell. I don't know how others can tell, but our people are
No,
attracted to.
I think what he's responding to is because we say, he's an atheist, and
Bishop is a lady. How much time I must tell you that Bishop in Switzerland?
oh, that
is
was
a lady.
Bishop. That was Bishop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was Don Hall. Okay, sorry.
Mm. So
Okay.
Bishop says you're not rich. Bishop, don't worry, you're rich with all the souls that you have won. But me,
You're rich in the
Michelle,
Lord.
me, Leo, and Michelle, we're coming down to Switzerland as your visiting evangelist. So
Yes, said, do the roots man still exist in Jamaica? Yeah, they
Of
still do
course,
that.
that's a big business.
Diana said, my paternal granddad said when he was a boy in Jamaica, he got into an argument with an adult that was supposed to be an Obia man. He told him where to jump off to the male. The male told him he was no manners and would be dead soon. Grandpa got mad and told him, you will die tonight. The Obia male got ill that night and died.
So his grandfather and the Obe man himself is a better Obe man. Grandfather is a better Obe man. Better Obe man than than the Obe man himself.
Derek said, bye guys, got to go Saturday morning chores. VM
what is
said,
a Saturday morning chore? But go on.
yeah. VM said, some not even making reference to the Bible. I like my church also. Lorna said, Leo, take it back. Nurses do it to help others. There are a lot of
We
great
never
nurses
call no
that
nurse
I've
name.
interacted.
We never call no nurse name. We said doctor. We said doctor. Oh, surgeon. Actually said surgeon. Yes.
Surgeon do what?
Transactional. It's transactional. It's everything
know.
is transactional. From one, there's no personal touch.
So there's no empathy there.
Yes, there's no empathy.
Yeah, that's why I like who I deal with. Like they always say it's best to, if I'm paying my money, I want to get a particular service. So I seek out doctors who are compassionate. Like my doctors will call to check up and follow up on all that stuff. That's what I want. But people, I don't know. I have friends who tell me that the doctor don't even answer their calls. And I'm like, what?
Listen, there are surgeons out there with headphones and them ears and a perform surgery.
Yeah, I saw it. One was doing TikTok, and I think they took away his license. One was in there doing TikTok.
It's transactional.
Oh, Patricia said, oh, wow. Leah, you hit it on the nail with the transactional. Never thought about it like that. I can so relate to that. Laverine says, I don't understand because all of my life, everything the people, them looking for the Obia man, them always looking for the same thing too. Julia said, Diana, we can move up about freely. Lloyd said, Leo, I kind of understand what you are trying to express. What I'm hearing in the conversation is too much critiquing and no solutions.
Who said that? No.
We gave a great solution.
Listen, I just gave you a solution a while ago. Me just tell you, say, the Uber man them can set up them own business right now. I just gave you a solution. And I said,
people can reinvent themselves.
Yes, and we just did it. So no matter
we proposed ourselves as government
exactly
to run the various ministries.
Diana is the
all of that.
Diana
we have proposed multiplicities of solutions for the education sector. Lloyd, what is wrong with where is Lloyd this morning? Lloyd really not in a good mood this morning. Lloyd, why you come here to antagonize us?
Oh, Dr. Diana, could you read the rest of the comments? I have to run now.
Okay. Philip, Michelle says, Don Hall says, Michelle, as a pastor, I was taught by mentors to be beware of the unholy trinity of cash, cars, and chicks.
The unholy
trinity of cash, cars, and chicks. I'd love to know which church teaches that as an unholy trinity. Because usually when you make the terminology trinity, you're really referring to something so divine.
He said he preceded it by the word unholy. He didn't say holy trinity. Unholy.
No, but rarely would you find a church even using the terminology trinity in anything unholy. Philip says we have similar behaviors here in Florida, headed by esteemed Jamaica, as what he's doing. That's I lost that. Some things just keep moving. Jasmine Hessop says grandfather had fire in his mouth and walk in authorities. Yes.
God. Yes.
So that's it.
Sharon says, hidden dangers of religion. The hidden dangers of religion. Oh my God. It's oh Diana, it's been such an eye opener. These things in our lives make things look. When I think social media has a lot to do with a lot of the things that's coming out, because I don't get the feeling that they're just there. They just started. These things have been going on for the longest time, but all of a sudden, because of the media, the social aspect of media, we are seeing things that we would not normally see. And it's actually putting people on notice too. Well, our politicians are on notice because once upon a time, politicians used to be able to get away with saying things without having any repercussions. But when they say things, they have people on social media who attack them and say, no, you can't say that, you know?
Yes. The information age and all the technology that exists with it makes things immediate and quick. So information is quick.
Yes.
What they say, what they do is caught up, so it transmits quickly. And I think too, Leo, that the whole immediate, quick, instantness of things, we take it into other realms of our life where we want instant richness.
Yes.
Or we want instant gratification in whatever way it is that we are seeking gratification. Just like social media, we want the news now and we want the action them now. So we're not as tolerant, we're not as patient.
But we're not wait on no survey, nor no poll, nor no thing, because it's right there in front of you. Right. Everybody are talking about it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Qualitative stuff. You know, Diana, earlier this week I read an article about Prime Minister putting a task force together to determine return to school. Did you see that article?
No.
It's a task force being a committee type of thing. He's putting up.
And I say no loosely because I heard of it, but I didn't think that, and I still don't think that there's any need for a task force to be put together to determine whether or not people need to go back to school. You know, and why would the Ministry of Education not put that task force together?
That's yeah.
Called teacher, principal, and parents.
I was wondering about that. I was wondering about why is the Prime Minister doing that. I thought that would be a Ministry of Education, remit.
I don't know. I didn't see the article, and I probably ought to read it. But as it relates to people going back to school, there is a dire need for them to get back into the classrooms, to learn. The private institutions in Jamaica since September have been opening their doors increasingly and facilitating face-to-face learning. And the public schools need to be permitted to do that too.
I did a poll yesterday, I sent out a poll yesterday, just to ask persons. Let me see what it says. The poll says.
Whilst you're looking for that, yes, Don says, Sardana, my religion, not religion, yes, and it's not religion because we're Christian, but rather denomination. Yes, common T, capital T don't matter. Just using the term Trinity for me personally, having nothing to do with my denomination.
Okay, so I ran the poll yesterday. Are you in favor of students returning to face-to-face classes in Jamaica?
In Jamaica?
Yeah, in Jamaica.
Okay.
So we got a response. 93% of everybody who responded says that they should go back to school. But I got there are a lot of people who didn't respond to the survey, but they texted me or and they said yes, with as long as the government put in the right protocols to make sure that the students go back to school. Most of them wrote back to me and said that. So all in all, everybody is in parents, teachers, everybody thinks that people students should go back to school face to face. But the government should put in the right protocols.
Yes, but the government need to put the right process in place at the public schools. Again, I say the private institutions, they since September have been accommodating face-to-face learning. All the protocols, everybody come with them masks and them sanitizer, and the spots are set up across the institution. And all of the schools had put it in place when COVID came last year. Remember?
Yeah, man,
From last year, a lot of the schools went and installed all these whole heap of sanitization sets, wash stands, and have people come. I remember volunteering at a particular high school in the mornings to go and spray and sanitize all the children and take temperature and record it. So yes, the people don't need to go back to school long time.
That $40 million, we could take it and buy cleanse
drum, bucket, sanitization things from Mr. Man who sell them.
Yes.
Spray pan, hire 2 more people in the community
to preventative stuff than
janitors to provide more janitorial support. Yes, 40 million could go a long way if it pay some more teachers some more money.
Or pay for money what they owe.
Just to put the proper preventative stuff in place, that 40 million could have gone a long way to having the sanitization and the other equipment and supplies that the teachers need to keep the thing going. I just don't get why we spend money on these things. It just don't make no sense. I don't get it. Don't get it at all.
Probably it's a science, Leo. Probably we just not understand the science of something.
There's a science there behind it.
Well, there must be some science that is eluding you and me and others.
I really don't know how they make decisions in Jamaica. Like, I really would have to talk to these task force people because I don't know what is driving the decision.
Yes.
So, Leo, based on the task force document that you saw, the article, is it in place and what is their mandate?
No, what it is putting a team together to determine. Well, I don't remember the details. I was asking you, thought you saw it. We were just putting a team of persons together to determine, whether or not the students should go back to school or, just the whole idea about reopening school. I mean, that is not that's a no-brainer to me, right? I really believe that, they should empower the Ministry of Education to do its job in putting schools and the Ministry of Health, collaboration between the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education to put the things into place. That's where the money should.
Leo, it's amazing because the private schools have done that since September. The private schools, in collaboration with the same Ministry of Health, gets the approval, put the protocols in place, and they open for face-to-face. Some people choose not to send their children, and that's fine. They stay online. Others are eager because there's some children who need that interaction for academic development and for social development as well. So I don't see why it can't happen in the public schools.
The most I can say, it's probably some thoughts being put together to get this going. I don't know that it's forward thinking or anything, but it's a thought. We should be happy that they're going back into discussion to get things going. I don't know. Is that a good thing to say at this point in time?
I would say that it is alarming that the task force is now just being set up if there is a need for such a force. I think that there's sufficient data within the Ministry of Education around the COVID protocols and the success that they had at the private institutions for it to be replicated in the public schools. I think that we need to recognize that some people won't come to face-to-face, yes, and you have to cater for those as well, whilst we continue to educate them. But to tell me that you're setting up one now in October to consider whether or not school, and this is from 2020, we're fighting this thing from 2020. Some schools have been open all along. So Gail is asking, is COVID still bad in Jamaica? It is still happening here, but we have some what they call them, lockdowns. So we have mandatory lockdown, supermarkets and public places closed at 6 o'clock today. So everybody's mandated to be in them house, whatever it is called. I mean, they just eluding me now. On Sundays, you're not allowed to be out. It's a lockdown day, so nobody's supposed to be moving around on a Sunday. Every evening it starts at 8 o'clock, except on a Saturday when I think it starts at 7. You must all be home, no movements. It's kind of hard.
It's really tough. And you know, it's just
Sean Allen says school should be open now, even if they have to do it in phases. Yes, Sean, I agree with you. Michael Tomlinson says follow the money. I mean, no, for me no see it. Gays ask, are citizens being vaccinated and certified? Curfew, yes. So the thing is called curfew, yes. Yes, citizens are being vaccinated as much as they will take it up. We've had to discard 60,000 vaccines last month, I think.
In that same article, the Prime Minister made an announcement that they are going, you know, in 9 days, they're going to have to throw away some more vaccinations. So, you know,
yes. So yes, they'll probably have to discard another 100 and something vaccines, but it is worrying to me if I'm a country that has been sending vaccines to Jamaica and every month dumping the vaccines. I'm not so sure that I'm not going to send it somewhere else next time. I'm concerned about that. But I'm concerned that sufficient effort is not being made to take the vaccines to the people, to require people up in rural Jamaica who students can't study because there is no internet, to register online in order to go take the vaccine.
Are there other countries? Happening. Are there other countries where the vaccine is being destroyed, expired?
Well, we don't hear about. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. I don't know that nobody have no vaccine for throw away.
We are the first again.
We probably need to do a trendsetter.
Yeah, but they said they tried to offer the vaccine, but other countries did not accept it.
They tried to offer it to others?
Who? Yeah, the other.
Jamaica is trying to give it away?
Yeah, because they're going to expire. So instead of throwing it away again like the last time, they were.
But then we need to, rather than consider that, we should be looking to see what we did wrong, why we still have these and such large masses of people unvaccinated. I hear the chief medical officer is saying that she wants to have 1 million persons vaccinated by Christmas, before Christmas rush. That means Christmas now keep again down here? No grand market?
No.
Ouch. Hesab said I had to dump some in Canada, but what percentage of the Canadians are vaccinated? Are they required to register online before they go? Do they have internet access? Are they technology savvy to register themselves?
Jamaica don't do it with the registration thing, don't, right? Because I noticed.
No, I'm driving home and I'm hearing the ad on the radio, and it is saying to register online and come and get your vaccination. And I'm saying, but what they don't get, that some of these people who need it, you need to say that you must turn up at church. And you just set up the thing, and who come and don't vaccine, you just give them at church. Them don't need to vaccinate or tell me going to be at some community center.
They don't need to register. They don't need to register.
No, you don't need to register to go get it.
I saw that
when you have a long line of people and you need to structure it so that the people register online. Register which part?
Yeah, and that's a problem. The misinformation and the mixed messages that they're sending, because I thought like Leo, that they no longer had to register. I did not know they were telling them to register. Yes, I thought people should just show up.
Register online. Register which online? My granny or my lady who sell 2 drops across the road, I go register upon which line? Which close line?
Okay,
Bishop said registration should be done also at the COVID-19 centers. Yes, Bishop, may them come there and physically register them. Johnny says, why is it they are so negligent in securing the life-saving vaccines? This sounds like poor planning and ridiculous. Yes, little logistics failure. Lorna says, my brother is still waiting for his second Pfizer shot. 1 month ago, he was due, and it is still not available. Gay says, yes, they are getting lost in all third world countries. I don't know who are they. The citizens of the country should demand that schools be open now. By delaying the opening of schools, only the poor suffer in the long run, while others are moving right ahead.
Probably that's
They
what
can't believe that. Oh yes, so they have dumped in other third world countries. Johnny says Jamaica could use the old approach of vaccination from the 1960s. Yes,
go to school, got the school them and got the church them, and yeah.
You know, when the COVID vaccines just came to Jamaica, I had 2 older persons who qualified to get it, because then they started giving the older people first, and the private practitioners, the doctors, could not help because they didn't even know how or when to get the things to treat their older patients. And it's still the same. I can't walk into my doctor's office and get the vaccine. Why? I should be able to walk into my doctor's office and get the vaccine. Why are you stopped reading? Lloyd says, why have we stopped reading his comment? Lloyd, because it disappears after a while and I don't get to see everything. Marlette Brown, see there, it move again. They are making it hard. Some people don't have internet. Yes. Gay says in the EU, no and vans would come to countryside. Yes, vans go to the countryside. Yes, Van. Lloyd, why is it that we stopped reading your comment? I seem to have disappeared or something. My brother is still waiting. We read that. And I can't go back any further. Sorry. Oh, Lord.
Yes, Floyd, they disappear after a while. Okay, Floyd, they disappear
after a while. I have some comments on YouTube. Sharon says, I don't agree with the transactional argument across the board. She says, Mr. Prime Minister, please put a team together on how to open schools safely in January. Enough is enough. God have mercy.
Bishop says the lines are long too. Some workers are minding their own business. If they open at the direct time, the worker come in at 7 a.m. at the vac center, start at 9. People going to work come and leave, no loitering around the area.
No, I when I went to my vaccination center back in April, there wasn't less than 1,000 people in line, but within about 40 minutes, I was at the front. The people just going up, get knocked out, and then you wait 15 minutes and you're gone. Within 1 hour, I was out of that place. And so there is a way to do it.
Right. See, June is saying that her mother, who is an 80-year-old woman, was expected to register prior to getting vaccinated. Thankfully, my sister was able to do it. I had my booster shot yesterday, and with my previous shots, no appointments are necessary. But June lives in a different island. She doesn't live in Jamaica. Her mom lives in Jamaica. And how our 80-year-old mom must go through with the internet and all that. So somebody has to do it. So make the people and go to the centers. No appointment is necessary. I agree. Tell people to go to places without having to battle with technology. Local churches, community centers, etc. Yes.
That's right. That's why we're throwing away this thing, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to be vaccinated, but we're not reaching.
Yes. When you're just not reaching them, you have to go to the people, just like you go for other things. Go to the people and with the thing, man.
All right. Well, it's I don't know what time is it. I think we are close to
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so let's start wrapping up. It's been such a pleasure being here this morning. I laughed harder this morning than I've laughed in a long time. The whole I want out there in a social media land, crazier than me. Me never realized that crazier than me. But it makes the day go fast. Thank you so much for participating in the show. This really means a lot to us. It means a lot when you are here. It means a lot when you participate and you write back and you comment and you cuss off Dan. Don't cuss me off, cuss off Dan and Michelle. You know, that makes me feel good that I'm doing something good because I'm not getting cussing. Michelle, look on Michelle's face like something sitting wrong. Michelle,
No.
go ahead, Michelle, and you wrap up.
Oh, thank you everyone for tuning in. I did enjoy this morning. Remember, COVID is still a thing, so sanitize, social distance, wear your mask, and try to get the vaccine and encourage your family and friend to get the vaccine, because I think the Ministry of Health has tapped out on what can be done to get people to get the vaccine. So do your part and have a wonderful rest of the day, and see you on Tuesday.
All right, just to close out with some other comments that are there. Joni says, absolutely ridiculous. Are we supposed to believe that Jamaica getting from bad to worse, becoming more ignorant? So sad that there is a double pneumonia stuff, always using foreign stroke American approach. Bishop says people who already contacted COVID only need one shot, and the ones who are infected need 2 shots. Mallet says, thanks guys, it was a great morning, God bless you all. Yes, thank you very much. As I attempt to wrap up this morning on behalf of my team here, 2 things. Cancer Awareness Month continues and it winds down this in the next couple of days. So let us bear in mind our friends and families and those whom we know who have gone through this illness, and continue to support them and pray for a cure. What the ladies always say, praying for a cure. Let us continue to pray for a cure. Wearing the wig not easy, let me tell you, and I respect the people who wear it, hoping that Jamaica, like Barbados, will move away from the Queen and the Crown soon enough, within our lifetime, that we can see it. It's been a wonderful day. I thank you, Leo. You hit it right that the participation online just encourages us, and we encourage each other, you know, to go from day to day, hour to hour. It makes life bearable when we know that we have friends out there who support us with such love and such passion. And, you know, God bless you. Looking forward to.
I wanted to say, Diana, I wanted to acknowledge that Michelle had a cousin who died this week. Condolences to her, Michelle, and her family, and especially to the family of the.
Michelle, I'm very sorry to hear that. Why never tell me? Well, not to keep secret in the family, you know. Friends, we have to pray for Michelle and her family. She lost a cousin during the course of the week, and we just have to, you know, bless them up and keep them covered. May God continue to strengthen the family members. Michelle, we're always here for you. If we need to go look at cow or a goat or something, just let us know.
Goat.
Oh, then we need it for 9 night and set up.
9 night, yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, prayers with you and the family, and we're really sorry to hear that. Continue to keep safe. Everybody in Jamaica, curfew is at 6 o'clock. Run, go buy what you buy now, and stay home tomorrow for the most. Long weekend. God bless you.
Bye, everyone.